What's going on, pussies? So the last time I did one of these, it kinda backfired on me. Like, no guys, I'm not gay. No, I don't have any mental illnesses. I'm just pointing out that these outfits are not worn by heterosexual males. But whatever. We got the 7 deadly sins as NBA players. For the slow boys in the back, that would be greed, wrath, lust, gluttony, sloth, pride, and envy. First up, we got the sin of gluttony and fuck. Look, Zion Williamson seems like a great guy and all, but you can't have a Los Polos body build and not be selected first team all chubby. We have eyewitness accounts of Zion's belly flopping around, escaping the confines of his jersey. The prosecution brings to the stand Stephen A. Smith.
Zion Williamson went to the free throw line the other day en route while LeBron James had dropped 30 in 3 quarters and had completely dominated and looked in peak physical condition.
Alright bro, we get it, Mr. Smith. Can you stop dick riding LeBron James and get to the point?
I saw a belly. Like when he took a deep breath, his belly bounced. That kind of belly.
Alright. And you know, I see a lot of myself in Zion Williamson because let's be fucking honest here. If I made $30 million a year, I'm not eating no fucking salad. The problem here is that I don't think Zion cares too much about basketball legacy, and that makes staying disciplined 1,000 times harder. He's looking better these days, pause, but all it takes is one leg injury for the Uber Eats bill to skyrocket. Speaking of staying disciplined, it's only right we go over the sin of lust. Now we all know that lots of NBA players get caught in 4K, including Zion Williamson. Guys, I understand that shooters gotta shoot, but not like this, man.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
Another honorable mention is Gary Payton II and his Twitter account. If you know, you know. But the obvious pick for the sin of lust has to be Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, we got to talk about this. Yeah. You made a statement, and his statement's going to follow you around for a while. That you slept with 20,000 women. You made that statement.
20,000? What? Wilt Chamberlain was putting up Wilt numbers off the court too, just terrorizing the streets of Los Angeles. Man, this is why I'm scared to have a daughter. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Father-daughter dynamic. If she's getting fucked, I'm getting fucked. Yo, can you like the video and subscribe to my channel? Thanks. Next up, we got the sin of envy, and we're gonna go with Kevin Durant. He wanted the accolades of a LeBron, so he leaves the Thunder to join the Warriors. He wanted the franchise love of a Steph Curry, so he leaves the Warriors for the Nets. But fuck that, this is why I like KD, man. Some people would say that he's cotton candy teddy bear soft, but I'm not one of those people. He strikes me as someone that would really respect my opinion no matter what. Coming up next, we got the sin of wrath. I mean, we have to go with Draymond Green just because of the sheer volume of incidents he's had, but I think these clips that I'm about to show are worse than everything Draymond Green has done combined. Well, except for maybe that Jordan Poole shit, that was fucked up. Alright, I'm sorry for the quality, by the way. This was recorded before World War II, but anyways, this is Kermit Washington, and I know that name sounds soft as fuck, but I promise you this man was a savage. And I'm not talking about 2017 Jake Paul Savage, I'm talking about an actual savage. Like, keep this man away from organized society savage. Look at this shit. This guy right here, Rudy Tomjanovich, runs up trying to play peacemaker and boom.
This nigga is crazy.
And my question is just why? If you thought he was gonna hit you from the back, pause, why didn't you just square up with him? The prosecution brings to the stand a doctor.
Fractured jaw, broken nose, and a skull fracture that was supposedly so severe that he could taste his own spinal fluid.
Someone please arrest that man. Anyways, let's move over to the next honorable mention, and it's not really a person, more so a situation. I just really wanted to add this. I'm sure you guys have seen this by now, the Malice at the Palace. Let's break this down. Ben Wallace gets the ball down low, gets fouled.
Ben Wallace is fouled. Wallace did.
Oh nah. Hall of Fame school threat badge. And mind you, he did this to Ron Artest, who is also a school threat. So this is Hitler versus Stalin right here. Ron Artest is just chilling in the announce table, but then a fan threw a drink at him. And that was ground zero for the Royal Rumble match that ensued. Look at this shit, it's just niggas boxing in the stands. Next up, we got the sin of greed. There's different ways we could interpret this. Somebody could be greedy for money, like a Latrell Spreewell, who was offered a 3-year, $21 million deal in 2004, which is equivalent to a 3-year, $63 million contract in today's NBA. And mind you, he was 34 and on the brink of being washed, but he said no, because, quote unquote, I have a family to feed. He got sent straight to the Guangdong Tigers in China after that one. Anyways, somebody could also be greedy for glory, meaning even if I sustained a terrible injury and lost both of my arms, I'm still taking that final shot. Like Paul George. Playoff Pete. The prosecution brings to the stand Jeff Teague.
I don't know if y'all remember the series, but I remember game 1. CJ had a shot at the buzzer to win. Yeah. And he took it and he missed. And PG was like, I gotta have that shot.
I talked to CJ about it. Situations like that, I gotta get the last shot.
No bullshit. Game 4, the same exact shit happened. They threw it to CJ. That nigga CJ fired that bitch to PG and he missed it. Right? He hit like the side of the backboard. Tough ass shot.
Yeah.
Not even gonna come close. Get in the locker room. Nigga CJ, he did me like this. It was the Gatorade commercial.
Ball game.
George for the tie! Missed everything.
Or we could see it as a Deandre Ayton situation. Once I get my max contract, I'm done fucking hooping. Coming up next, we got the sin of sloth, and it's gotta be Ben, my back got blown out Simmons. This man has been scamming the Brooklyn Nets out of millions, the highest paid cheerleader of all time. And it's so funny because people are just sick and tired of him. Ben is about to go crazy this year. 7.8 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds incoming. The biggest crook in NBA history. Ben Simmons if he wasn't 6'10". Last but not least, we got the sin of pride. Kinda hard to make a meaningful distinction between the sin of greed and the sin of pride, because the sin of greed in basketball context comes from the sin of pride. But fuck it. Starting off with the honorable mentions, we got Carmello Anthony. A reporter asked him about the idea of him coming off the bench, and this is what he said.
At the 4, or even coming off the bench. And the second question is...
Who, me?
Oh. I guess that answers that part.
I mean, I don't know where that started, where that came from. Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hey, yo, P, they say I gotta come off the roster. Yo, P, they said I gotta go to first take to beg for a bench roll. That's why you gotta be humble in life, man. Honorable mention number 2, we got Scotty Pippen. Michael Jordan was playing golf, so Scotty thought he was fucking certified. He literally refused to get back in a playoff game because coach didn't draw up the game-winning play for him. To make matters worse, his teammate actually hit the game-winning shot. So he was just standing there mad as hell while his teammate celebrated. But to be fair, Scotty did have a really good season. He even finished 3rd on the MVP votes, unlike the person I'm selecting for the category of pride, Klay Thompson. This man shit his fucking pants in elimination games 2 years in a row. And was he humble enough to recognize that, hey, going 0 for 10 maybe had something to do with us going out sad, so maybe a pay cut is fair? Nope. He left us for the fucking Dallas Mavericks. This picture right here encapsulates everything I'm saying right now. Look at him. But yeah, man, that's it for now. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and you're because you're a piece of shit, and yeah. Bye bye.
I pull up at your crib, so I hope you got a bib. I do not smoke with cigs, but I got 11 kids. The girl look hella big, but yeah, she could get the pipe.
This is garbage.
I know they do not like me because they know they hate me right. I know I gotta fight these niggas.